Hello everyone, my name is Steve Mitchell with the Mind of Watercolor YouTube channel, and I'm going to be sharing some tips and techniques with you today in a series of videos on watercolor pencil. Watercolor pencil is a powerful, versatile art tool, and I hope the videos that we do here will help you feel a little more comfortable with it. So let's go to my drawing board and get to work. We're looking at two here lines that Faber-Castell carries. This is the Cold Fiber Aqua, and this is the Albrecht Durer. This is more of a craft studio student grade, and this is the art grade or professional grade. These are the ones I will be demonstrating, but they both work the same way. There you can see the difference in size. You have a little bit fatter pencil with the Albrecht Durer. Anyway, let's get into the pencils and how to use them. Alright, if you're not at all familiar with what a watercolor pencil is, and you're wondering, it's nothing more than a colored pencil, but instead of wax or oil as a permanent binder, it uses a water-soluble binder in the lead. Now this doesn't change the way in which it's used, so the first thing to note is anything you can do with a regular drawing pencil, you can do with a watercolor pencil. It can be drawn, it can be linear, in your drawing. It can be shaded in a subtle shading pattern. It can be hatched. You can turn it on its side and shade that way. The difference comes with the activation, and all you need to activate it is water. Typically just a watercolor brush such as this one, or you can use an aqua brush such as this one. An aqua brush just has a synthetic brush and it has a reservoir filled with water, so you don't need to dip it in water, you just squeeze to get the tip wet or damp. So I have a bucket of water over here you can't see. Just getting my brush wet, and as I add water to watercolor pencil, it actually activates the pencil that you put down and turns it into a paint. Now the neat thing is it will activate the pencil any way that you put it down, even if you did it in a line, sort of a hatching method. For instance, you can activate the line with a little water and maintain the integrity or the feel of the line, or you can add a lot of water and eventually the lines disappear and you just have paint. I should also mention that the Albrecht Durer line comes in a fatter pencil called the Magnus. So if you need heavy coverage or a wider stroke, there's those also. But whether you're using the Albrecht Durers or the Gold Fiber Aquas, they all activate and react the same with water and with drawing and your drawing surface. Now, as long as we're talking about drawing surface, let's talk about what you would use watercolor pencils on. Any surface where you can draw as you would draw with watercolor pencil will work, but what you have to take into account is the water. And the best surface for watercolor pencil is watercolor paper. Now, my favorite is the 100% cotton papers. There are two types. There's cold press and hot press. Cold press has a slight texture to it. Hot press is very, very smooth. Now, you get a very consistent, even, crisp line with hot press, since you're usually drawing. With cold press, you'll have a little more texture to that line. Either one works very well with water. I think that cold press is a little more common with watercolor, and you get a little more even tones in the washes than you do with hot press. But again, as I said, hot press has the advantage of being crisper and cleaner with the edges and with the detail. 100% cotton paper is the more expensive, higher quality paper. It operates the best, gives you the best washes. However, you can get away with a mixed media type of paper, especially if you're not going to use as much water, such as this Strathmore Mixed Media Visual Journal, or this B heavyweight drawing paper that's made for wet or for dry media. Either way, you want to make sure that you have a surface that is designed to take water and take it well. 100% cotton paper will do the best job at taking water. However, you may not activate your paint heavily with a lot of water, in which case you may not need this. So we'll talk about those techniques and the different ways and extents to which you can activate watercolor pencil.